Hello viewers, welcome again to our VAR model lectures. As we are continuing the VAR model lectures, in our previous lecture we have seen that how to estimate VAR model and how to interpret it and how to see the joint significance of the variables. In our today lecture, we are going to check the diagnostic testing of VAR model. We will see that either there is an issue of autocorrelation, which means that residuals are serially correlated or not, and then we see that residuals are normally distributed or not, and then we see that residuals are constant or not. So that is what we are going to do in our today lecture. So for residual diagnostic testing, go to statistics, go to multivariate time series, then go to VAR diagnostics and test, then go to LM test for residual autocorrelation. First of all, we see that either there is an issue of autocorrelation or not. Then simply click on OK. So here you can see that it has provided us the test for autocorrelation, and the H naught is no autocorrelation, and H1 is there is autocorrelation, and that is not desirable. What is desirable for us is that there should be no autocorrelation in our model. And the guideline for accepting or rejecting the null and alternative hypothesis is that if the probability value is less than 0.05, then we will reject the null hypothesis. But if the probability value is greater than 0.05, then we will accept the null hypothesis. As in our case, the probability value is greater than 0.05, which means that we have to accept this null hypothesis, and we conclude that there is no autocorrelation at lag 1. And similarly for lag 2, the probability value is again greater than 0.05, which means that we have to accept the null hypothesis, and we conclude that there is no autocorrelation at lag 2. As in my estimation, I have taken only 2 lags, but you can increase or decrease the number of lags while checking the issue of autocorrelation. So this is how you can see the issue of autocorrelation while estimating the VAR model. So now we see that either residuals are normally distributed or not. So for this, go to statistics, then go to multivariate time series, then go to VAR diagnostics and test, then go to test for normally distributed disturbances. Here you can check all of these or either any one of these depending on the requirement for your analysis. For the time being, I am going with this only option of Jarka-Bera test. Then click on OK. So here it have given you the results for normally distribution. So what is the H naught and H1? First of all, we have to make the null and alternative hypothesis, and after that we can conclude that either our residuals are normally distributed or not. And the H naught H naught is residuals are normally distributed, and alternative is residuals are not normally distributed. So we have to see the p-value. If the p-value is greater than 0.05, then we have to accept the null hypothesis. As in this case, for first model, probability value is greater than 0.05, which means that we have to accept the null hypothesis, which means that residuals are normally distributed. Then for the next model, Again, the probability value is greater than 0.05, which means that we have to accept the null hypothesis, which means that residuals are normally distributed. Similar for the third model. And this is the combined result for all models. And the null hypothesis for this model is also the same. H0 is residuals are normally distributed, and H1 is residuals are not normally distributed. When we look at the probability value is greater than 0.05, which means that we have to accept the null hypothesis, and it states that residuals are normally distributed. So this is all for our today lecture, and this is how you can see that either your residuals are normally distributed, either your residuals are correlated or not.